And then 6 I
What
enjoyed.
bonuses did you have with 4?
Well, we can
You
talk about
enjoyed
that.
6?
We could talk. Well, I just enjoyed 6 in general whenever we played it. But with 4, what I noticed is there are a couple of levels that are kind of bland. Notably, Pharaoh Man is kind of bland. Like the level design is kind of so-so. Oh, got another one coming.
Wait until we get to the diarrhea water section.
Too late. Ooh, but I'll certainly be able to smell that diarrhea peeling off the screen, let me tell you. I don't know what I ate yesterday that's generating this awful stank.
So, this is diarrhea water.
Diarrhea water.
Ethan edited Kamek getting eaten by the fish.
You're not you when you're hungry. Here, have this Snickers.
You're not you when you're hungry. So, this is diarrhea water. And what does it look like?
You know, I'm pretty sure Ethan's vocabulary can...
Again.
No. Oh, maybe I could. Maybe I'll just do it in the most basic Ethan edit possible. I like how those sprites show up for just that one spot in the entire game, and you never see them again.
That is an unpleasant palette to look at, I have to say. Like, I think that is the same diarrhea-ish brown from Little Red Hood, if I'm not mistaken.
It has to be, because it's not like there's any other colors that they had. There's only like 50 colors. And like 8 shades of black.
I think it's more
so
like 5,
it is,
but yeah.
It is most definitely the same puke color, because they're all very similar. God dang it.
I tell you what, because hopefully the new NES background is complete by the time Ethan's editing this, and I'll tell you what, trying to... In some ways it's easier than making the Genesis one, because there are fewer colors, but it also means that like I've got less to work with, and, you know, in terms of color contrast, trying to keep like a cool tone, but having like roses, a rose color, and more of like a fuchsia color. By the way, that's Gutsman.
It's Gutsman.
Yeah, it looks just like Gutsman. I like how it fades away, though. The colors fade away throughout the strobing. That's really a cool effect.
They actually...
It's very simple, but like it's very...
They actually recreate that effect in Shovel Knight, because like there's the opening cutscene that plays, which are like these full screen renders, and then it fades out color by color like these old games used to.
Because that's all they could do. Like,
You just swap the palette for something darker.
This level is the one that Mikey doesn't... Well, I'm sure you have a lot to say about this level.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan and I have argued about this before. Like, I think I said, yeah, I still don't like that Crash Bomb turret boss. Ethan is just like, what are you kidding? This is the best game ever made by a human. How could you hate that boss?
It sounds just like me.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just the best game ever made by a human, as opposed to AI.
Yeah.
Which is even better.
My dad was getting on my case about AI again. Because I was over at his place for Father's Day, and that was after I had just gotten off of like a 3.5-hour flight back home from Detroit, because I just went to King K's wedding and met up with the guys, fam, my Inversecast fam over in Michigan. So like I'm on this horrible flight, I'm recovering what I thought was allergies, but turned out to be a cold, so my nose was running the entire fucking time. And I was coughing and felt like shit. And then I had to take like a 50-minute car ride home from the airport, and then immediately turn around and drive for 35 minutes to my folks' place. Then I get there for Father's Day, because, you know, it's like, okay, it's Father's Day, I'm willing to make the trip for that, because it's only comes around once a year, and I love my dad and all that. And then I'm there with my dad, and he's just like, you know, you can get AI to do your coding for you, and you better get on that, otherwise you're going to be left behind in this industry, because I'm like, I'm working on maybe getting into IT as a profession.
Right now?
Yeah, like I'm starting in September, late September, but... And then, like, each time I meet up with my dad, he's just like, oh, have you used AI before? You should use AI to generate assets and code and music for your games. And I have to, like, try to politely tell him, no, I really don't want to do that, because Because here's the thing with AI. I've used AI on this channel before to generate those Adam 11's Labs narration for those Game Mavericks descriptions episodes, those little interludes. And I do it because I wanted
Which
something...
one is it? Oh, just the AI voice,
Yeah,
right?
the voice that I use to read all the descriptions. And I do it because... One, I think that voice is funny because I think stock things are funny, and that's like the voice that everybody always uses on like YouTube Shorts.
I wish you
and
could still get
TikToks.
Microsoft Sam.
Yeah, and I also wanted a voice that wasn't obviously me because that I guess I'm kind of self-conscious about that, even though like I have a pretty varied amount of voices I can do.
Hours of your voice already.
Yeah, and also it was like a quick gag for a video. You know, it wasn't something that was worth trying to have auditions for and track down someone. But also it's like every day I hear about how like AI is, you know, basically being trained on people's works with no permission or compensation, and about how like there was some kind of article the other day about how like Sam Altman or one of those assholes was saying like, no, if we have to ask for permission, it's not profitable or something like that. Basically saying the quiet part out loud, like, yeah, we have to steal other people's work. And, like, I follow a bunch of academics on Blue Sky to keep up with politics, and they're like, yeah, they just flat out threw all of our papers into their AI model without permission or compensation. And, you know, like, and are stealing our words and stuff. So, like, you hear about all that stuff.
When you look at, what was it, all these like videos on YouTube that use AI for their thumbnails and stuff like that. During the time when they're doing the weird Ghibli thing for a couple of months, you can see the yellow hue start to get integrated into the thumbnails that were being created, where it was like normal, or not normal, AI, nothing's normal, but it's like regular color palette, and then it starts shifting yellow and yellower because it's the data it was feeding off of was currently eating itself at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, this level is pretty tricky, by the way, because of those sections where you have to ride in the platform. You know, like solid platforming premise, especially late in the level. It's more about being patient and watching up, keeping hazards off your back. What I hate about this boss is that it is completely invulnerable to your regular buster or any of your other weapons. As far as I know, these turrets can only be destroyed with the crash bomb. And you have a finite amount of crash bomb, and there's no way to get more easily. Like, there's like one part of the level where you can grind for energy. Like, where do you respawn if you die in this? Do you respawn back for the platforms, Ethan?
Before all the platforms.
Yeah, so not only do you have to redo all of that, you have to try to kill those Sniper Joes and hope that they drop ammo. And that to me is just like a bridge too far. It's like, yes, it is possible to do this entire boss on one bar of crash bomb ammo, like just barely. You could see Ethan just did it.
Oh fuck! Are you serious? Okay.
Yeah, it does
get the heck out of me.
Yeah, if Ethan had fucked that up, he would have had to kill himself and try again. And notice that he's barely alive.
When you do, I didn't come into it with full health either. When you do, those doors do not respawn, so they're dead from when you beat them before, as long as you don't continue.
Yeah, but you still have to grind your energy back.
Yes, you do, and there's no good place to grind.
Exactly,
you have to do it on the Sniper Joes, which is a huge pain in the ass.
It's like that level specifically is full of those little flying dudes that come out of the pipes. The ones you have to...
But you can't... They're on spikes, so you can't grind on them.
It's like they could have just put a generator for one of those in the hallway before the boss. You can get your crash bomb back, and that would probably have been alright. But, no, apparently it's got to be
this is where NES... It's because of design choices like this is where NES games get their reputation for being super hard. Because, like, it's the 8-bit jank that it's known
Extending the time of the game.
And I guess one thing I do want to point out while we're still playing the early games is that...
I got
you were standing on
that before I could get the...
So the moment the boss died, you got teleported away. But one thing I do want to note is that these early Mega Man games, hypothetically, it is possible to beat these games Buster only, where you fight all the bosses with just the regular Buster. What I find, and that's honestly something that's pretty realistic to do. That's how I prefer to play Mega Man games, actually, is the first round, when you fight them the first time, I like to do it Buster only, and then I use the weaknesses during the boss rush at the end just to get it over with. And I think... And usually that means you gotta pay more attention to the boss, because especially there are some Mega Man games that suffer from what is colloquially called Spark Mandrill syndrome, where the weakness just makes the boss a complete joke. Like, because like Spark Mandrill just keeps getting frozen and unfrozen over and over again. He can't really do anything to you. And that's what I really...
It's like